much for coming along to my presentation about gratitude. So I'm showing my gratitude to you guys for attending and listening to what I have to say. Just before I kind of get into the detail, I'm very much sharing my exploration of this topic with you. I'm at very early stages of looking at it within our business, building it into part of our culture program. But hopefully you'll get some benefit and a bit of learning from it. So my name is Catherine Casey. I am the Global Group Environmental Health and Safety Lead for UDG Healthcare. UDG Healthcare is a partner of choice, as they say. So basically we are a one-stop shop for everything to do with pharmaceutical outsourcing. So our services include nursing services in the community, in the home, sales reps, communications, events, packaging of pharmaceutical products, you name it, we generally do it. We operate across 23 countries, so that's my remit. I look after all of the guys across the 23 countries. We have over 8,000 employees and we sit on the FTSE 250. So that's pretty much the UDG plug. Now we'll talk about the actual topic. So within the business we have three key strategic pillars, and the one that very much my role falls under is lead through people. So this is where the whole piece comes about, where I look at culture and safety and environment for the business. I guess my role is very much to look after the safety of our employees and look after our environmental footprint to do with our services and how we conduct our business. But health is very much at the forefront of that, and my background would be in health promotion, so it's probably something that I have quite a natural interest in as well. So I guess why did I want to talk about gratitude, and why did I even look at it? Gratitude is something that everyone kind of gets. Everyone likes to be thanked for something and appreciated for a job well done, I guess. So everyone gets it. It can be delivered at every level of an organisation, from the bottom up, the top down, and everything in between. And I guess, I don't know, does anyone in the room here disagree with that? I think everyone likes to be thanked for something at one point in time. And most of all, it's free. So I'm not trying to sell a service, I'm just selling a concept or sharing a concept. And it's relatively easy actually to implement as part of a culture change program. So I guess I'm telling you that I feel and I've seen the effect of our employees and its effect on our employees' well-being. But the science, I guess, doesn't lie. So there's been a number of studies around the idea of gratitude, its impact on people's well-being. One of that's quite interesting was carried out by the National Institute of Health in the US, where they had, I think it was about 50 candidates, and they carried out testing on blood flow in various different parts of their brain. And they found that those who were in receipt of gratitude, the regions of your brain that activate the dopamine neurotransmitters were activated on receipt of gratitude. Do we all know what dopamine is? And it's linked, and that's why we eat chocolate and then exercise sometimes. And then obviously there's been other studies on its effect on anxiety and depression. This is really interesting, I think. So it's known now to have a direct effect on depression, to help alleviate depression symptoms, and an indirect effect on anxiety. So basically they've carried out a study where they looked at sleep and gratitude, and they found that those even with very, very severe bouts of insomnia, the whole act of gratitude and receiving gratitude alleviated symptoms of their depression. It had the indirect effect on anxiety, where receiving gratitude actually helps you sleep. So it improves feelings of anxiety, lowers feelings of anxiety. So I guess the science doesn't really lie, and that's only like 3 certain areas that they've been looking at, and the research out there, there's a wealth of research out there. Okay, so we've talked about gratitude being free, relatively easy to implement, or relatively easy to understand, I should say, and the science behind it. So how do we deliver it to make sure that we actually get the most from it? So I don't know if any of you guys are aware of her or have heard of in the past information around conditional feedback or constructive feedback. So this is the piece where you give someone feedback, but you actually give them some background to your feedback. So you don't just say, great job, and then walk off. Or you don't say, that was a really crap presentation, and then walk off. So basically, it's about giving a bit of background to the feedback. So, great job, you really participated well with that team. I think you're a really good mentor to that group of employees. Or the presentation was okay, but these are some of the areas I think you should probably address the next time. And then obviously you can see at the bottom, this is a no-no. So as I said, the presentation was crap, see you later. So gratitude is the exact same. You deliver it in the right way to get the most from it. Okay, so we've talked about its impact on well-being, the science, how to deliver it. And now I'm going to talk about fostering this attitude of gratitude. So I told you that basically I'm sharing my exploration of this topic. This is by no means everything that you do to foster the attitude of gratitude in your business or your organisation. But these are some of the areas that I've started with. And the example that I'm going to use is we had a gathering back in October where I have I have 26 people now on my team who are my direct links to all of our different business units. And we had an event back in October where everyone came from all over the world to do a bit of training for 3 days and talk about culture and how we're going to improve our culture together. And there's an awful lot of crossover between EHS and HR, so we kind of work with them as well. So I decided before we had the event that I was going to look at these 5 points and try and incorporate them into this event and into this week in some way, with the intention that I will continue to grow this area and continue to advance this area and to encourage others to deliver what I was delivering to my team. So start at the top. Employees need to hear thank you from the boss first. And this is, I think, really, really true, I guess. So I work in a department, it's a quality and compliance department. My boss reports directly into the CEO. He's a very senior member of staff, a very knowledgeable lady. And she opened the presentation for me by thanking everyone for just giving up their time to attend, and also made the link from their role to how it's actually feeding into the business and the strategy for the year ahead. So showing them where their actual place fits within the organisation. So from the get-go, then people are pumped. They're like, oh, I thought that bit of paperwork I was doing was just going to the next department. I didn't know the CEO was looking at this. So the next one then was thank those who never receive thanks. And I don't know if the guys here even running this event might agree with me, but it's the people on the ground that do all of the organising, the admin piece, the travel arrangements, getting people from point A to point B or whatever it might be. Like without them, everything would crumble really, And it was funny actually, we had our AGM last week and there was a question asked in the audience of our CEO's salary, which is always quite a contentious issue. And our chairman answered by saying, we have a great CEO, but we have even better people below him. And I just think, thanking those who don't always get to maybe be in the limelight or don't get the actual thanks in public or through their line manager or whatever it might be was really important. So we had an excellent lady who arranged a lot of the logistics for the event, and she was publicly thanked in front of her line manager and had said to me in 15 years of working in the business she'd never received that. So that's great. That's a feel-good thing for me and for her. Aim for quality, not quantity. So this is, thanks. Yeah, did a great job. I think there's a time and place for it, and going back, I guess, to the delivery piece, actually having a reason for why you're showing your gratitude for someone's piece of work or contribution or whatever it might be. So it's not the frequency, but very much so the quality. Okay, so the next one then was provide many opportunities for gratitude, and I think this is really important, and this is knowing your audience and knowing your people. So some people will love the whole in front of a crowd, thanks so much, you did a great job, and some people will shudder at that. So the lady before me talked about stress and what makes you stressed. That will stress the hell out of some people. So you need to know your audience, and if it's going to be more beneficial to them, you need to deliver that in a private maybe setting. And thankfully I haven't had to deal with the last one yet, but maybe I'll come back next year and be able to give you some feedback on this one. But in wake of crisis, take time for thanks. And I think the US are really good at this. My US colleagues really actually like this point. But basically that you're building up a physiological immune system. So you're building up that culture, and you're building up that, it's a second nature piece. Delivering gratitude is second nature. That in times of crisis then, hopefully it can contribute to this immune system that people have. And that's us at our event. A couple of people missing. And that's basically it, guys. As I said, we're very much at the beginning of our journey, but I'm very, very thankful that I could share my experience so far with you. If there's any questions, I'm very happy to take them.